When I was about 47, I had such chronic hip pain that I could barely walk my dog around the block. And the crazy thing is that my mother, who was 77 at the time, she was hiking in the Himalayas. I thought, what's going on here? What does she know that I don't know? Well, it was actually my mother who told me about this work. And she said, listen, this work, it's about science, it's about movement, and why don't you check it out? So I lay down on the ground and I did about 2 hours of somatic movement, and I stood up, at about 80% of my pain was gone. And that was the moment when I realized I had just learned some missing link information that no one had ever taught me about how my body moves and how it should move and how it can move.
My sense of it is that Martha had an experience that many people have had, where she found this work, felt fairly miraculous effects in her own experience, and was like, why isn't everybody doing this?
I came from a background of a lot of information about the body, from being a dancer to going to nursing school to becoming a massage therapist. And when I realized that for someone with so much information about the body, that I didn't realize there was this thing called sensory motor amnesia, that you could almost instantly change your experience of yourself in your body through the use of pandiculation. That if I could create this amazing sense of renewed energy and renewed movement within myself, I had to share it with other people. I could not keep this a secret.
For many of the modern epidemics that people are dealing with, stress is the common denominator. And Essential Somatics specifically targets the physiological accumulation of stress.
A pandiculation neurologically is when we contract into the tension that's already there, slowly lengthen out of it, and then completely release. And the powerful thing about pandiculation is that it literally, neurologically, changes your experience of yourself in this very moment.
When people get rid of their pain, their perspective of life changes. When you're in pain, you're kind of already shut down and clamping down, and it's taking away your joy and your freedom. So when you release that, when your nervous system lets go of the tension that's holding you in a pain pattern, people their faces change, their personality changes, their outlook on life can change.
It's been very freeing to see that my body's not going to hold me back. I'm 75 years old, and I'm ready to go forward now in more harmony than ever. So I have a great deal of confidence for the fact that I'm getting older and I don't need to be afraid of that.
I feel like it's the missing piece to my Pilates practice. It's like the thing that people can do on their own, and you don't need any equipment. You can be just on the floor, you can be in a chair, you can be not able to walk. Any age, any fitness level, that's what drew me to this.
When you shift to thinking somatically, when you follow the movements of Essential Somatics, you're going to feel better. You're going to get the results you were looking for when you were pushing and stretching and forcing your body to do something it really didn't want to do.
Essential Somatics is a foundational practice. It should never take the place of what you love to do. It prepares you to do what you love to do better.
And I just kept peeling this onion back, and I found myself coming to a point where I became more flexible and more coordinated than I was 20 years ago.
I think really what somatics offers is that in many dimensions of our life, there does not need to be a plateau, but that also we can just continually develop greater capacities to be in our body, to move efficiently, to move freely, to explore joyful, energetic movement.
My hope is that Essential Somatics becomes a household word, every bit as popular as yoga and Pilates, that people go to their Essential Somatic Movement classes and prepare themselves to move well in any chosen activity so that they can go about their life, whatever that life may be, and they can do it with a sense of self-actualization, physical independence, and mastery.